In a bid to promote the cinemas, tackle challenges in the film industry, and transform the movie experience in Nigeria, the Cinema Exhibition Association of Nigeria held its maiden edition of their quarterly conference at the Film House Cinema, Landmark Center, Lagos, on Thursday, June 9, 2022.
Some of us here today have remained in the cinema business because of the reports that we are putting out on a weekly basis. Because it allows them the opportunity to plan. It allows them the opportunity to forecast what the industry will do for them when they invest their money in it. And I'm pleased to say that that has been a success. We have also joined international organizations. We attend cinema conferences. We've joined the National Cinema Owners, the National Theatre of Cinema Owners. We've joined them. And we are moving forward in trying to see how we can incorporate CEAN's progress within Africa. We're looking at Africa as a continent and saying to ourselves, it's not just about joining international affiliations that are in Europe or in America. What about Africa? And the next phase is looking at that area and seeing how we can become much more of a major player in Africa.
CEAN is an association of cinema owners, operators and managers incorporated by the Corporate Affairs Commission of Nigeria on February 13, 2018. It represents its members on issues that confront them time to time, issues not limited to filming, licensing, classification, censorship fees, taxation, government relations, cinema education and piracy, affecting the cinema business and the industry as a whole.
For us, it's extremely important to hear each other, stakeholders in the industry. We've come through a very difficult period. A lot of cinemas have survived, which is really good, and there's a future ahead of us. So what are the learnings? How can we come together? How can we grow the industry? And those are the discussions we're having. So we also have the regulator here, who is a part and parcel of the industry, and key filmmakers. So essentially, how can we make the industry better for everyone?
The challenges that we encounter right now are particularly digital piracy. Very, very quickly, a film that is released in cinemas, particularly the international ones, within a few days, you find them on various file sharing sites, unauthorized file sharing sites. And therefore, it means that if people can get these films on their laptops, online, they are less willing to come out to cinemas. So digital piracy has become a real threat, a real challenge to our business. Of course, the economy is a challenge to our business as well, because inflation is at an all-time high. People's income levels are also challenged. So that means that without earning enough, they will look for other alternatives, cheaper alternatives to watch films. So we have that challenge in terms of piracy. What are we doing? We, as you noticed and was mentioned in the screen, we engage and we work very closely with the Nigerian Film and Video Censors Board. We want to engage with other parastatals like the Nigerian Copyright Commission. We want to engage the police and customs through the Nigerian Film and Video Censors Board to just have a holistic strategy on addressing this issue.
Government has been very supportive. If I tell you one story, you'll be shocked that even the Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, normally comes for, to bail us out in difficulties in terms of censorship and looking into morals and culture. And of course, the ease of doing business has really created space for the movie industry. When I came in 2017, we were about 18 cinemas, but today we have 70 cinemas despite the COVID. So you can imagine if there has not been COVID break, what would have happened? It would have been a disaster for us. But as of today, we're speaking of 70 cinemas, and one of it is the biggest cinema in West Africa, which is in Maraba, Yaya, around Abuja Aziz. So the government has really supported the creative industry, especially the film industry. And of course, within the National Film and Video Censors Board, censorship in the cinema is less than 1 week. Censorship of videos, DVD, is about 1 week. So it never goes more than that. And this is a lot of improvement.
We have what we consider multiple taxation.
For example, we have entertainment tax, and at the same time we have things like merriment tax, which are being charged by some of the local governments. This happens primarily in Lagos, where we have merriment tax being charged by local governments. Entertainment tax is also being charged by state governments, and we have it in, I believe it's in Edo, it's in Abuja, it's in Lagos. And we also have certain other, what we consider taxes that are now being considered for us, such as insurance schemes that we are expected to put in place for anybody who visits the cinema. This is in addition to an insurance scheme that already operates, say, in a mall, where we are already renting that mall as tenants. So we are worried about the amount of money that is going out to various government agencies or federal government or state governments, as this is impacting on the bottom line for our businesses.
Members of CEAN are Silverbed Cinemas, Genesis Cinemas, Film House Cinemas, Lighthouse Cinemas, Viva Cinemas, amongst others.
Taxation is very fluid in the country based on who is in power and what they want at a point in time. So what we need in our business is more clarity. And that clarity can help us plan, but oftentimes we don't get enough of that. But we do accept that likely you have helped us as much as we can do. You're always willing, you're always available. And I'm glad to say that as an association, we have enjoyed dealing with you as the head of the Census Board. So thank you for all the support.
The conference was well attended by cinema exhibitors, filmmakers, the Census Board, and other stakeholders in the Nigerian film industry.
I think one of the ways you know that we're really serious about making films, selling films, is how well we survived post-COVID, right? A lot of people thought the cinemas were going to go down. It didn't happen. A lot of people thought that after the incoming of Netflix and the likes, most people wouldn't be interested in going to the cinemas. That didn't happen. So that tells you a lot about how much people are strong on the cinema culture. But more importantly is that despite all that has been happening in the country in the last few years, Nollywood has been growing. You know, the budget we've been using to make films has increased. So that's pretty significant when you measure, you know, what would have been, you know, if Nollywood didn't have that, you know, drive for success.
CEAN's vision is to assist exhibitors in delivering greater movie-going experiences to all and sundry.